Hello, somebody! Tell me where the crabs are. Where'd they go? Well, Captain Jay, how'd we do today? A lot of these green cookie cutters right here. One more shed in about 3 weeks. Gonna be a load up. They gone. It's just that time of the year. Everything's shedding, doubled up, shut off. You think there wasn't a crab left in the bay. And then next week or so, all the lights are gonna come pouring out and we're gonna have a load. Really nice big crab there, probably close to 8 inches. Big monster crab. No claws though, unfortunately. We'll take them now. Jumbo. Peelers are finishing up. Still catching a few, but the big run for me seems to be over, and starting to see some small whites. They're going to shed again and should have a fair bit of peelers for the next couple weeks, I would imagine, until all these small crabs get shed. There's a lot of small crabs. Started seeing some little tiny ones today too again, and definitely looking to be a pretty good year. I got a question for you guys. My buddy Adam sight cast into snakeheads, and he's been fishing for a couple years now. Spent about $4,000 on fishing lures, topwater frogs and spinners and chatter baits and I don't even know what. He caught his first 2 yesterday, sight casting to him, and he said as soon as it hit the water, the snakehead destroyed the lure. I was wondering why they're feeding now. It was like 95 degrees yesterday. It was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Why are they feeding like that in the middle of the day? Is this post-spawn? Have they dropped their eggs and had their fry and they're moving, they're going to spawn again, so they're fattening up again? Or if anybody's got any ideas on that one, let me know. The cicadas are at their peak emergence.
We need an extra helper.
Had our first encounter of the cicada kind. First sponge crab of the year right there. Got that yellowy sacks. Got a little bit more yellow when they just get on there. She's had some eggs on her, so we're gonna get her back over and get her down the bay. Stranger crab there, look at that thing. Shell got hung up, I guess. There's another stranger crab. She ain't got but 3 legs and a flipper, but she's still getting around. Tough old crab. Cicadas are thick today. Whole net full. Maybe I should try cicadas for bait. Maybe I'll try that one. They were all over the water. I mean, crazy. Like, pots would come up, cicadas would be in them, hanging on, and they'd go flying off, flying around in places where they're all over the water. It was pretty wild looking. They're gonna start laying their eggs and all now, and supposedly the little ones will start dropping out of the trees. People have been getting in car accidents and all kind of crazy stuff. So one of them neat deals you get to see every 17 years. Saw the stingrays today, the cow nose rays. A lot of that water was kind of dirty and stirred up. I knew they were down there feeding, and then further north we saw some of them actually swimming just under the water. The water stirred up. You can see where the water's green, and then there's this, like, you know, like the dirt swirling around in there. You can really tell they're underneath there feeding away. I want to give a shout out to Greg over at crabanodes.com. He's a guy that makes the aluminum anodes. I've been using them for 3 or 4 years now, and I've had nothing but good luck with them, and they work really well for me, at least in my salinity range. And I know further up the bay, guys were saying they work good in that fresher water too. The salinity's pretty high this year, so I would imagine they work most of the way down the bay. If, you know, as far as I know, they work everywhere. Look him up, get some anodes from him. He's a good guy, good to deal with, local guy, and check it out. First flounder of the year, little guy. See this crab here where he shed. There's his old shell where it regrew onto itself there. You can see how big he grew too. That's quite a bit. I want to give my buddy Jacob a shout out. He hooked me up, helped me get my walk-in going. Had problems with it on and off. It's older and trying to keep crabs cold. Gotta have a cold walk-in. So he hooked me up. Wanted to thank him. He's always there to help me when I need him. Still catching a lot of spot, plenty of them, and sounds like they're catching some rockfish. The report I got was they're kind of all in one area, so everybody's kind of fishing the same areas. Well, the weather's a mess today, blowing a gale and raining, had a bunch of thunderstorms. Some places got completely flooded and had a mess. Here at my place, it wasn't much, really. Today, I think there's a lot more rain spread out. East wind. Supposed to be a little nasty tomorrow, I think in the morning, but clear up by the afternoon. Sounds like the crabs are showing up in the rivers, and probably a good time to get out if you're gonna try. This weekend, weather looks a little up and down for next week. Maybe some cooler days here and there or whatever. I guess try to enjoy them while we got them, because it's gonna be hot here when it gets here.